Y en este momento le pasamos la palabra a la delegación de Angola.
Mr. President, distinguished members of the Security Council, first of all, allow us to congratulate the Republic of Panama for its presidency and for having convening this important session on maritime security. Mr. President, maritime security is becoming a critical multilateral issue as the global ocean economy is projected to reach $3 trillion by 2030, according to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. However, the maritime domain is under increasing threats resulting from the overexploitation of fish stocks through both legal and illegal fishing, unreported and unregulated fishing, piracy and armed robbery at sea, illegal oil bunkering, toxic waste dumping, drugs and human trafficking, and other illegal activities. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has addressed maritime security on several occasions, particularly the importance of international cooperation on issues such as piracy, organized crime, and climate-related threats. The United Nations Pact for the Future, adopted in September 2024, calls on member states to enhance cooperation at all levels to combat maritime threats and to promote information sharing and capacity building under international law. Mr. President, Africa's maritime domain is central to the development and prosperity of the continent, whose economy is heavily reliant on maritime trade, since 38 of its 55 countries are coastal and island states. African states have increasingly taken the lead to address the various threats and challenges facing the maritime domain. The African Union 2050 Africa Integrated Maritime Strategy, 2050 AIM Strategy, is a comprehensive framework aimed at building regional coordination among African coastal and island states to promote sustainable use of Africa's maritime domain. These ongoing efforts to combat maritime threats are aligned with Agenda 2063, the African Continental Free Trade Area objectives, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 14, Life Below Water, and SDG 16, Peace, Justice, and Strong Institutions. Mr. President, as a country with a long coastal line, Angola has been actively participating in initiatives to respond to maritime security threats along the Atlantic coast, especially in the Gulf of Guinea. In October 2015, in partnership with the United States and Italy, Angola organized the International Conference on Maritime and Energy Security, attended by more than 400 delegates representing 34 countries around the world who adopted the Luanda Declaration, encouraging greater strategic complementary and cooperation to effectively track, deter, and respond to piracy incidents in the Gulf of Guinea. This delegation would like to make 3 suggestions to strengthen international cooperation and ensure better maritime security coordination. First, harmonizing the legal frameworks among states to close legal loopholes and ensure consistent and effective prosecution, thus preventing offenders from evading justice. Second, increasing funding to support regional partners to acquire new technology, such as drones, satellite imagery, and enhance communication capabilities to provide real-time updates and enhance the effectiveness of maritime response mechanisms. Third, renew engagement to multilateral engagement that allow for joint maritime security operations in accordance with international law of the sea and respect for sovereignty of states. In conclusion, under the leadership of His Excellency João Manuel Gonçalves Lourenço, President of the Republic, Angola reaffirms its commitment to international cooperation within the framework of UN Convention and Protocol, as well as the Lomé Charter, the African Union 2050 AIM Strategy, and the Yaoundé Code of Conduct to advance the common maritime security agenda. I thank you.
Le damos las gracias a la delegación de Angola.